Hey, everybody. I'm live again. I've decided that I'm going live every day, sometime between 4 and 5. So if you want to look for me and find me, this would be the time to do it. So I wanted to just give you another family update. So our daughter is holding her own. She feels like she's starting to wheeze more than she was. I'll back this up for you who haven't been watching. We have been in basically 3 weeks have spent in the house avoiding the public because we knew that this was coming, except that our daughter was required to work and worked 4 hours one day. And then one of the people that she was with was indeed suspected of having the COVID-19 virus. So she has been on quarantine. Hello, Diane. Good to have you here. So she's been on quarantine and she's been up in her room still. She's not too happy up there, I've got to say, and she's pretty anxious still. So her stomach still hurts, her head still hurts. She still has tightness and pain in her chest. She had pain in her rib cage last night, and she has some wheezing going on. And yet there's nothing we can do until she gets to the point that she's really wheezing. I guess her wheezing is intermittent right now. So we're kind of watching her. Her appetite is back, so that's good. And she still has some energy and some feist in her. So she's not laying on her bed dying. But as a mom, I'm trying to figure out what on earth to do, right? I've talked to the doctor twice, and again, the standard answer is unless they're really having breathing problems, you don't get in. Hello, Terry, welcome. So that's kind of where we stand. Tom is still feeling good. I feel fine. I'm coughing a little, but I think that's allergies. We're doing all we can to stay safe. We're feeding her with paper plates now and having her throw them away so that we're not getting anything back that has germs. We were doing the silverware and stuff and then washing it. Hey, Vicky, welcome. So that's kind of where we stand right now. It's just day by day. And usually it's at night that she's panicking, like midnight when she's texting me that she's wheezing and da la 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 la. And then I'm trying to decide what to do. So yeah, this is uncharted territory. I really hate this. I do. I feel like I'm in the house with a monster. Hi, Rosemary, and hi, Dorothy. Oh, so good to see all you guys. So, are you guys enjoying the series? Are you enjoying going into people's homes? I think that's really fun to see other people's homes that view the channel. I think this is a good time. I think we have a lag between like when I talk and when I get responses. So that means hello, Kim, welcome. Oh yeah, I like that little emoji. That's the perfect emoji with a little thing over it. Hmm. Wow. Yeah. So here we all are in the house. I'm in the house with the virus, I think. I don't even know for sure. That's what really gets me. We're treating it like it is. It takes your mind off things. Good. That's what I want to do, Let's get our mind off things sometimes. So I'm glad to share that. It's just a little bit of fun. Okay, Vicky, love seeing people's homes. Yeah, I mean there are some good inspirational tips on there, right? And I have quite a few others that have come in. I'm kind of loading them slowly. The snow is gone, Rosemary. It melted. It's a lot warmer today, and I'm really glad about that. Yeah, that was really cool to go to Lydia's house in Australia, wasn't it? This is fun. Yeah, thank you. I hope my daughter recovers soon too. Every day, she's afraid that it's going to get worse. I keep saying maybe this is the worst day and it will turn around and get better. But then she reads the media and then she goes, no, this is a sign that it's going to get worse. And I don't even know what to say about that. So I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping and praying and hoping we don't get it and, that we got her upstairs early enough. Even today I was thinking, "Oh, we have those floorboards. What if, can it come through the floorboards?" I mean, we know nothing about this disease. So, yeah, how are you guys doing emotionally? How's everyone doing sitting in their homes and are you guys worried or are you taking it all in stride? mean, I think we have an advantage in our generation because we've been through a lot. Hi, Debbie to Texas. Welcome. Now, we've been through things, so we've kind of developed some kind of strength through a lot of the trials that we've been through. Younger people haven't been through those things yet, and so this is, really scary for a lot of people. Um, Doing okay? Praying for this a lot. That's good, Vicky. Yeah, I mean, we really do just kinda have to all unite in prayer all the time. I know there's a lot of spiritual people out there online that are having daily prayers and daily talks to keep everybody going, and I really appreciate that. There's things on sales. You have to limit, yes, limiting yourself from the media. That's so important. I used to look at the media when I woke up in the morning and when I went to sleep at night, and then I didn't go to sleep at night. So now at night, even instead of listening to podcasts, which I used to do, I have to watch like a Christmas movie or something that's going to totally just woof and just dial me down because it's so important to rest. Are you guys able to get walks? Yeah, it will. It'll drive you crazy, Vicky. I know. The media is it's scary. It's scary. And that's what my daughter is sitting up there looking at her symptoms and watching the media and it's terrifying her, but I can't get her to stop. So I can't even go up there. So yeah, it's scary. What are you guys watching? Are you guys watching anything that really helps or doing anything that really helps you calm down during this time? I took a walk today and I went across the street to the golf course and there was a guy sawing wood. You can probably hear him in the background. And then there were a whole bunch of people that work at the golf course all around in carts and everything. And so I didn't really feel like I wanted to walk there. So I ended up walking around my property in circles for a half hour. All right, Diane, you're staying at home. It's your happy place and reading the Bible and believing. Yeah, probably a lot of Psalm 91 and Psalm 23 and Psalm 121. Those are my three go tos. Those are my three go tos. Terry, I'm so sorry. Your daughter is worried. I understand how she would be. Yes, we do have to pray. Absolutely. And Rosemary, I keep all in my prayers, not watching the news, keep redoing my centerpiece. I gotta wear it out. That's funny. Vicky. So Vicky, you're watching Hallmark or HGTV, not going out walking. Oh, too hot and humid in Florida. Wow, that seems so weird considering it was snowing here yesterday and my fingers were freezing. I would like some heat. Although I would be a little afraid in Florida after seeing the beaches on the news. All right, Dorothy, you walk around your backyard. Yeah, I mean, that's what we can do. I'm thankful to have a backyard. I think about, if you're in New York City and you have a stay in place, you can't even go to the park, of course. So there's no place to get out and get that fresh air. Yeah. Wow. It's it's good to walk though. Keep our lungs strong and healthy. So walking is good. And reading the Bible is good and praying is good. Those are all good ways. And yeah, when this whole thing started, watching the media because I wanted to get a sense of where it was going, and I saw it erupt in Italy. And the thing was that people in the U.S. weren't taking it seriously yet, and so I was watching it over in Europe, and that's when we started taking it seriously because we didn't want to go there, So, but most people weren't at this point. And so I was watching a lot and trying to put out a lot about that. But now that it's here, I'm not watching a whole lot. It's now that it's in this house, I can't even watch it at all because it scares me. Um, oh, Dorothy, you live in California. That is nice. Is it nice there in California right now? We were there a year ago in Southern California and it was freezing. Coloring calms me and listening to music. Terry, that's a great idea. I've thought of even doing like some color with me videos just that we can all just be here and color together, put a little music on and kind of feel like you're not alone when you're coloring. I think coloring is a great thing to do. Um, yeah, I can't believe all this. Hope your daughter gets better. I pray for her country. God bless us all. Absolutely, Debbie. Thank you. And yeah, I pray for us all too. It's it's unreal, isn't it? Like this is unreal. Um, Yeah. There are no words for how apocalyptic sci-fi movie this is. Yeah. Oh, your sweet husband got you a couple board games, so you're playing them soon. That's good, Diana. A lot of people are putting together puzzles, I noticed, so that's really cool. Saving money by not going shopping, isn't that the truth, Vicky? I've thought that too. I'm saving a lot of money being home. And then I look around and I think, why do I have all of this? And I sit here with this balance between I want to support the local businesses still, and wow, I actually have money to buy groceries now. So there's it's kind of interesting. Yeah. So is anyone doing any kind of other thing that's really calming your mind? It's good to share ideas because then we can get ideas for other people. Oh, you've been doing online shopping, Dorothy. Well, then you're not saving money, are you? Are you online shopping for small businesses? Or are you going with Amazon? I've noticed that Amazon isn't delivering, like they're delivering a month out now. So that doesn't give me the immediate gratification of shopping that I like. Yes. So yes, is that why a yes? Yeah. Um, or is that why a why? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's yes. Thank you, Dorothy. Yeah. I think that I was telling Kathy over at Woodstock Country Shop. I said, when this all goes, you should be in the shop and do a big video and show everybody what you have, and then you can order it, and people could just like come pick it up. The local people, you could put it in a little bag and with gloves and put it outside just like you would take out food, and then they can come and pick it up. Now, I've been thinking a lot about the small businesses. Gift cards from Christmas. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to have something like that to use. I've been thinking a lot about the small businesses and how we can support them because we don't know how long this is going to take. When I look at some of I love that Dr. John Campbell. I put a link in him in my notes, but I love him because he's really giving us a full look of what's going on over there in Europe, what we can expect to see here. He's very methodical about it. And when I watch his stuff, I think, we could be, not to scare anybody, but this could be an 18-month process. And by that time, we are going to emerge out of here totally different people. I mean, we are spending a lot of time with the people that we live with. That's an interesting concept in and of itself. We've got nowhere to go and escape. I have my dear mother sitting over there in her house. I haven't been able to see her or hug her. I talk to her on the phone every day, but there's no contact. I've got my daughter and son-in-law an hour away sitting in their house secluded, and then I've got my brother way over in California, and we're all so separate, but we all use this phone and we have family chats on there. And so what happens is the whole family is on the chat. So all day long it's beeping and we're hearing from different nieces and nephews and my brother and my mom, and everybody has something to weigh in and say about something. And that has really helped us stay in touch. And I think that's helped the sanity level because then you don't feel like you're so isolated. Another thing I've found is that I'm talking to my friends more on the phone because usually they would say, oh, she's too busy, she's doing this and this. And now they can call me because they know I'm not visiting with anyone, and I'm home. So it makes people a lot more accessible and available for us. So in that weird, odd way, even though we're more isolated by being in our homes, we're actually more connected by being able to use the internet and our phones and everything to really be in touch with people. So one thing I'm trying to do is get Mel to come on and do a live with me. She has a computer. She's a little threatened by it, a little scared by it. So we're trying to have her go on it and feel like she knows how to use it. And then I'm going to try to patch her in for a live so you guys can check with her. Her cleaning business now is shut down for now. She is cleaning a couple offices, but she's not going into people's homes. She works for a lot of older people, and as soon as this started happening, she decided she wouldn't go into older people's homes. She cut her social life so that even when she was going into a couple homes, she wasn't bringing anybody extra with her. And then she was really careful about how she was cleaning. But yesterday in Massachusetts, they basically had a cease and desist from any necessary business kind of thing. And she decided at that point that she would just play it safe and not go out. So, but she's super healthy and she's taking very long walks. Fortunately, she is lucky like me. She lives across the street from a beautiful park. In fact, she lives across the street from a park where Matthew McConaughey did a movie. So that's really cool. But she's able to do a lot of hiking, and that's really good. Okay, Vicky. I hate that I can't go see my dad in a nursing home. I know he's being taken care of, but you never know what will happen given the age and health. That is so true, Vicky. I mean, this is hard. This is hard on all of us. There is no one that isn't touched by the frailty of our life. Um, yeah, cousin Mel, you will see her sweet face. I promise, Dorothy, Diane. Yeah, the thing is, these people, they're old anyway, right? And a year and a half of not visiting them, that would be a lot anyway. I've seen people go to windows and talk on the phone through the windows, so that's really nice. But yeah, this is hard. I think about the people in Italy who so many of them have lost their loved ones and weren't able to see them or be with them. And a lot of the older people in Italy just chose to die at home with their family. And, it's I think that in the coming weeks and months, we're gonna get the sad stories. They're gonna be coming in. Right now, everything's data and it's statistics, and it's not real. But when it comes to us as a real incident, that's where it gets really frightening. When you think about your own parents or your kids or yourself, it's hard. Yeah, okay, Terry, I'll tell Mel it's nice to you'd like to see her too. She said to tell everybody hi and that she is doing well. Oh, boy, Dorothy, your daughter's a dispatcher for a police department. She's been working a lot of overtime. I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. I think before I end this call, whenever I do today, we should just have a moment of silence and prayer for all those people that are out there serving us. Because I think about the people in the grocery stores that are putting their lives at risk to give us groceries because we all need them. And they're getting maybe a couple dollars more an hour, but their lives are in danger and they're taking it home to their family. And I think about all the people working in the hospitals. They've just taken in a lot of retired people that are going back in and working. And they again can take it home to their family. If they're retired, they could have spouses that are old enough to really have some issues with this. There's just so many things. Hi, Mandy. Welcome. Welcome from the UK. I love it when we have people from all over. Isn't that fun? But we really do need to be so appreciative of all these people because how many of us would want to be in those front lines? I mean, I've got to tell you, I was kind of glad that I'm not a nurse because I don't think I could handle it. And yet these people are troopers and they're going forward and they're serving and they're putting their life, they're basically laying down their life for their brothers and sisters. And we've got to really pray for them and lift them up. And the leaders who are trying to make decisions that influence our safety. Yeah, yep. And, and here's another thing, tragedy is still happening in the middle of all this, right? People still have heart attacks. People still have health problems. I'm not able to go get testing for all this right now. I'm just hoping everything just stays okay. They people last night we found out that friends of ours lost their business. They had buildings with firewood and stuff, and there was a huge fire and it burned down and it caused this huge explosions and fire. The whole town was out and all the firemen, and they've lost their business. 2 families, and the fire was so bad, it almost spread to their homes, and so the firefighters were fighting really hard to keep their homes safe, and you think about that, here we are all hauled up in our homes. Can you imagine if you lost your home during a time like this? What that would be? Where would you go? Who would you stay with? You wouldn't go to a hotel. I mean, so it's really terrible. And these are friends of mine. This is so life isn't going to stop, and the bad things in the world aren't going to stop just because this is stopped. So yeah, we really have to be really support each other. And I love how people have come together and are supporting each other so well during this time. My cousin just sewed a whole bunch of those masks for the nurses. She started with one, and the next thing I know, she had 25 done. And she's just been sitting on her sewing machine sewing masks. And there's so much that we can do at home to help. I think about remember the war? Most of us probably weren't even alive during the war, but how people were making bandages out of rags and stuff. It kind of feels like that now that we're sewing these masks. I have been putting out my ancestors' pictures all over the house, which is kind of really, we are all in this together. I've been putting my ancestors' pictures around, and I'll tell you why. They have been comforting to me. So, my grandma, her brother, he was like about 22, he died in the Spanish flu epidemic. She had, I don't know if she had 7 kids in her family or 5. I don't know. She had a lot. But he was a very healthy young man who died in the Spanish flu epidemic. And my grandfather also had a sister who, as a young adult, died in the Spanish flu. And I heard about my grandma's brother all the time. She used to say, "This was my brother, he died." And, I'd go, "Oh, that's so sad. How terrible." Now I'm looking at these pictures thinking, wow, this was a real thing to them. This wasn't just a history lesson. This is real, and it's become real to us. So I put her picture up, and I have the picture up of the family. And I have a grandfather who, my great grandfather, had a stroke when he was 57 and died on the night that my grandma and grandpa got married. And my grandpa was not with his wife on the wedding night because he was sitting at the death bedside, basically the death side table of his dad on the night of his wedding. And yet these are things that happened way before I was born. And I didn't know about them really until they tell me. And these were happy, healthy, well-adjusted, beautiful, serving people who got through the worst and still ended up being there for everybody else. And it speaks to me about the resistance of human nature and the resistance of family and families of faith. So I look at those pictures and I go, no matter what befalls us, we can be strong and we can be sure that God is with us. We can walk in love to other people, and we can make it through whatever happens. Sometimes we look at the other side and we say, some of these bad things were a blessing. Lately, I have been really thinking that my sister dying a year ago quickly has been a blessing. Now, that's a weird thing to say, but she had really bad asthma and a lot of trouble breathing. And if she contracted this virus and she had heart condition, it would have taken her out, and it would have been a slow, painful, awful death. So to me, it's almost merciful that she was taken out quickly, had a really beautiful day, and happily. We don't know that she would have died, but I look at these things differently now. And I think you don't know what we're being spared when we're being spared it. And this is a time that we just really need to be strong and really need to trust. So, what are we saying here? It's a difficult time. Yeah, your daughter's a nurse and she's pregnant. Okay. God, please protect Kim's daughter. Keep that baby healthy, keep those workers healthy, and surround her with protection. Oh, Jennifer, hi. Jennifer always says I remind her of Sark, so that's kind of funny. Um, Thank you. It feels like, yeah, everybody, you guys feel like family to me now. You do. You do. You're a family all over the world that I haven't met yet, and none of us have met each other yet. I think only good will come out of COVID-19. Well, I think some bad's going to come out of it too, Jennifer, but I do think some good is going to come out of it. Yeah. Okay. So, Dorothy, if your mom was still alive, she'd be terrified. She'd be afraid. See, that's the thing. My sister would have been terrified, and she was spared this, and I know she's happy. I know she's great now. So, my daughter Ann, oh yeah, thanks Jennifer. She's holding her own. She says she's wheezing a little now. She's still terrified. I haven't seen any really bad, the wheezing I don't like. I haven't seen any other deterioration right now, and we're still healthy. Um, yeah, we understand. Yeah, it's kind of funny how we all join together in this, but um I forgot what I was gonna say. Something about the fear and my sister being in a better place and, oh, some of the good things that are gonna come out of this is what I hear people saying, and I really believe this. One is we were, like, on a fast hamster wheel. People in general just have been running around from here to there, buying things, um, getting things to alleviate their pain, kind of running from our problems and our pain. And now we are all forced to stay home and look at things. I think that's really healthy. I think that's good. We've been running from relationships and relationship issues, and now we're forced to deal with them at home. Now, hopefully, there are actually counseling centers online because I was going to say people are going to need some therapy during this. There's a joke that there are going to be a lot more babies born in 9 months. And I think, yeah, and there could be more divorces too, because sometimes a little too much togetherness is not a good thing. So, but I think this is really causing us to slow down and take stock in who we are and enjoy the simple things in life. And I'm cleaning my house so much more than I have been. It's all clean. And usually I had to clean it for a day before I could do a video. Now I could just pull out a video right away because I'm home cleaning. I'm not running around adding new things to the house. I'm not shopping. We used to shop every single night before dinner because the grocery store is right around the corner. It was really easy. Now we have to plan ahead. That has given us a lot of time by not shopping it us back together as a nation. Maybe, maybe it might. We are all in this together, and it doesn't matter which political side you're on right now. We are joined by a common enemy, and that enemy is the virus. And even in the world, we're joined by a common enemy. And I see that when things get really bad, people tend to get closer together. It's kind of like when you're watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and they have you jump out of rappelling or do bungee jumping or something. They're doing that to create a false sense of togetherness for that couple. It's a psychological fact that when people are in trauma, they tend to join forces because they're all experiencing the exact same thing. So this could really work to help us all draw together. The other thing that I'm noticing that is really happening that's good is the earth is starting to heal. A lot of people are saying there's blue in their sky instead of smog. The oceans are cleaning up. Some of the riverways are cleaning. We're not running as many cars. We're not running as many boats. We're not doing so many of the things that are harming the earth. And so I think that we're going to see a time of rest for the earth too. And it's a time of rest for the people. So my daughter does have a nebulizer. Thank you, Vicky. I was smart because I have a nebulizer, and I called the doctor and I said, "Can you refill that for me?" And she gave me a puffer. So I didn't put the nebulizer upstairs. I left that down here because I don't think she'd know how to use it. But I gave her the puffer, and I told her to start using it to keep her lungs clear. So I have a little trouble getting her to do what I want her to do. She's got this autism and this PDA, and so I have to kind of like pretend. that I don't want her to do it, and then maybe she'll do it. So, I mean, hopefully she'll do it. Uh, you can save money for ballet training. There you go, Jennifer. Um, let's see. No longer shopping in excess. Always plan my vegan meals ahead. Yeah. Yeah, go Greta. No, the earth is definitely getting cleaner. That's what they're reporting. So, that's a good thing. So, is your daughter an adult? Yeah, adults can be stubborn. That's right. She is a 24-year-old. Hi, Holly. Welcome. Welcome. We're all sharing what we're doing to get through this and what we think are the good things that are happening in our world. So, does anyone else have any ideas of what might be, good that's happening? Oh, my son's 14 and he's stubborn. Yeah, 14-year-old boys could be stubborn too. Stubbornness just doesn't help right now, does it, when we're sitting in the house? It's not helpful. We all have to have a little bit of flexibility to get through this, don't we? Oh, so does anyone else have any ideas of maybe how this can be helpful, even in your own life or your own family, or if or selfishly loving the togetherness with my bratty 19-year-old. That's funny, Holly. Well, it is nice. I think a lot of moms are happy to be home with some of their adult kids. My brother had 5 kids, and right now, 3 of them are home with them. One of them has his own apartment, and the other one has an apartment too with his significant other. But yeah, it's probably normal not for kids to listen to their parents. That's true. But boy, when you say to someone, if you're wheezing, please use the albuterol. You would like them to do that. It's just being really helpful to me as I'm down here going, have you used it yet? Did you use it? Did it help? Is it working? So yeah. Anybody else have any ways that you're detoxing through all this? How that you're just feeling like you can get through? Is something helping you? Are you guys decorating? I mean, I got the family pictures out, but, I haven't been doing a whole lot else. I'm the house looks good, and I don't really feel like changing it, so it's kinda just stayed the way it is, and I'm using my time to come online and try to give you guys videos. I really, really do love getting your pictures. That's a lot of fun, and videos. Cleaning, cleaning, and more cleaning. Oh, isn't that the truth, Mandy? Man, I mean, the other day, so I cleaned. Tom was working on the other house, the one that's on the market that's selling, and that's a trick all in itself. We're hoping everything keeps going and nothing shuts down that will foil our closing on the house. And so Tom has been there every weekend working on the house. It's always something like fixing the dishwasher, fixing vents, whatever needs fixing. And I was in here scrubbing the whole thing. This house looks so clean. He came in and he goes, "Wow, I've never seen it this clean." And I said, "Yeah, because I even scrubbed the floors because, you leave your shoes at the door and you're not supposed to, walk through." And I said, "So I got the floors all clean." And I looked down at his feet and he was wearing his shoes. And I said, "Why do you have your shoes on?" And he goes, "Well, my feet were cold and I keep going out to get firewood. So I've just decided to start leaving my shoes on." And he grew up in Canada where they never had shoes on. And we've never left our shoes on in the house, like for years. 30 years we've been married, almost 31 years. Never shoes. Now, during this pandemic, he's walking in and out of the house with shoes. So I had to clean the floor all over again. Just made me crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Jennifer's practicing the violin after her smoothie. Yeah. I've been practicing the piano and drinking my smoothies too. Those smoothies are full of good stuff, and I'm putting them in there. Yeah, looking forward to the day we are free. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about that. Let's pretend, I don't want to scare anybody, but let's pretend this was like 18 months until they had a vaccine, because every time they wanted to let us out of the house, it got bad again. Because some of those things are what I'm hearing. Can you imagine what the world would look like 18 months from now? Like, what are we going to be like? Well, first of all, my hair is going to be really long and really gray. Um, but what is that going to do to the way we view the world? And that going to do to the small businesses? And what's that going to do to our value system? How will we have changed as people? I think about these things a lot. You clean your practice space before you do your violin. Oh, less allergies. That's interesting. Holly says, I'm lighting up my decor, switched out rugs and curtains for lighter, brighter, even though it's gray outside in Illinois. Yeah, are you on complete shutdown there in Illinois, Holly? Because what I heard from Chicago area and stuff, you guys were on shutdown. Men, I know, men, right? Ugh, I couldn't believe it. And then you know what? Today, well, yesterday he was in half the house and he took off his shoes. And today, there he was again in the kitchen with his shoes on. I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "My feet are cold." We have 3 pairs of slippers for him. All right. I live in Vancouver, Canada. No shoes allowed in the house. Absolutely, Jennifer. Piano, violin, and a smoothie. I will look like Cruella DeVille, says Holly. I will be slender, says Jennifer. Yeah, I'm going to be skinny too because we're really rationing food here. When we go to the grocery store, there's like nothing there and nothing I eat. So we come back from the grocery store still with nothing. So I'm eating like I get up in the morning, I have my smoothie, I have this little teeny gluten-free burrito, and then we're having some vegetables at night, and that's like all I'm eating. So yay, yay for slimming down. Um, do you think it'll be hard getting back to normal again? Mandy, what do you think? I think it could be. Like I am. Like we've been watching Becoming Erica on Hulu. It's cute. And we just watch it at night, like at about 9 o'clock at night. We decide, okay, it's time to settle down our brains and just fluff out. So in this show, of course, people are getting together and they're, visiting each other's houses and they're together at a coffee shop. And every time I look at it now, I think, oh no, you're all together in the same room. Don't do that. It's kind of like it was a switch that flipped in my head. And suddenly I'm so aware, like even in my house, honestly, Tom and I are like, if we're both in the kitchen and there's this much space in the counters, one of us waits while the other one goes through. And, at night, we're like 8 feet away and we're like, good night. I mean, and maybe we're extreme, but considering my health, I don't want to take any chances. So let's see. We are in stay home in Indiana. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think most places are getting okay. Holly, your total shutdown, shelter in place, essential workers only can work. Okay. Yeah, that's good because I heard you guys are hit hard up there too. Um, no, there has not been much food in the grocery store, Jennifer. This is really weird because we live in a small town. It's always had everything I ever needed. And the first time we went when this started happening, we weren't hoarders, right? We just went there to get a regular amount of groceries. We were running out of toilet paper as it was. No toilet paper. There were a few boxes of tissues. We grabbed a few. I grabbed like 5 boxes of tissues because I said we don't have any toilet paper either. And then we started going. The fruits and vegetables weren't full, and carrots. I haven't been able to find carrots anywhere. Like I drink like 5 pounds of carrots a day on juice, and I'm not because I can't find carrots. So that's been a little bit annoying. Oh, you finally found food on Sunday, Dorothy. That's good. Lockdown in the UK, Mandy. All right. So, Mandy, I've been watching this Dr. John Campbell in the UK. And so he's been keeping us very up to date with the world and the UK. And he was really disgruntled for quite a few weeks that there hasn't been a lockdown. So I'm glad to hear that there is. Yeah, new normal after the virus. That'll be really interesting. And I wonder how many of us will be like hypochondriacs. When I got sick years ago, I've always been really careful about touching things. My kids laugh at me because I don't know if any of you have seen that movie, What About Bob, with um, I'm blanking. Murray, what's his face? Bill Murray. What about Bob and Richard Dreyfuss? It's an old movie about Richard Dreyfuss being a therapist and Bill Murray being a total crazy guy and how he just kind of slithered into his life. And it's hysterical. We've watched it so much we have it actually memorized. But anyway, at the beginning, Bob always has a tissue and he touches everything with the tissue and he's just like really careful. And I've always been like that since I got sick because my immune system was sensitive. So I'm thinking, how many of us are going to be walking around in white gloves and tissues after this? We're not even going to trust that the air is clean. It's kind of weird to think about. Um, He can put plastic bags on his shoes. That's a very good idea, Terry. Thank you. I'm gonna tell him if he feels he needs to leave his shoes on, he can put plastic bags on him. I love that. Okay, I just finished Cellophane on Netflix. Awesome show. Hey, guys, leave comments for what shows you're watching because that's also a really good way we can help each other. Um, I heard The Marvelous Mrs. Maisie. I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard that's good. But I am enjoying Becoming Erica a lot, and I've just started watching Jamestown at night. I'm not sure. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure how much I like it. I have to watch right now. I have to watch something so really benign and happy. And when I can't watch anything that has any kind of violence or fear or anxiety associated with it because I've got enough of that in my daily life. So I can't watch that. Like I used to love watching Fear the Walking Dead. I can't watch that anymore either. Um, Supermarket food is rationed here. Wow, Mandy, that's interesting. Huh. Well, it should be. I have watched people still videos that come out on Facebook where people have gone into like Dollar Tree and bought all their paper products, everything, and stored it in a truck. Like, what are we doing? It's irrational. Okay, Jennifer, you have food in the stores. That's good. Now, my brother in California said he's got a good supply of fruits and vegetables, but I think out here, in the cold Northeast, it's not as easy to get a hold of. Oh, Dorothy, you've got, yeah, yeah, see, you're in California. You've got the fruits and veggies. I really wish we did. I did order, I'm ordering, so those imperfects or those misfits, those kind of things where you get vegetables delivered to your house. They say that that's going to be a sparse delivery too right now. But I did order that because this is gonna be a new norm. Gotta get those vegetables in. That's what I live on. Um, After the virus, I'll be in the best shape of my life physically and mentally. That's probably true, Jennifer. You're working hard at it. Holly, essentials are limited, but thankfully stores are letting their senior citizens in early. Yeah, they're doing that here too, Holly, letting the senior citizens early. It's like really early, like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Um, I am really glad that we're taking care of our senior citizens in that way. It's scary. Yeah, my husband does need booties on his shoes. Um, okay, yeah. Uh, wow. Well, this is really fun, guys. This is good. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do this every day. Just get in from 4 to 5, somewhere in that 4 to 5 time. Not like I have a schedule. I don't know why I can't just say 4 o'clock, but sometimes I'm, dealing with my daughter and stuff. So somewhere between 4 and 5, I'm gonna try to jump on and go live. Oh, thank you, Mandy. I know, I need my carrots. And you know what the worst thing is? One of my dogs likes to eat carrots, and I always give my dog a carrot every day. And every time I'm giving my dog a carrot, I'm thinking, oh, that's my carrot. I mean, it's one thing when we had all the carrots we needed, but now you look forward to this chat. Good, good. Oh, good, Diane. I'm glad you'll be here. Yeah, I love this chat, guys. This will be fun. Come with ideas and antidotes and any other way that we can encourage each other. I'm going to take a minute just to do kind of a heart prayer for everybody out there. And if you guys could join me, that would be really good. I'm going to keep it, general because I don't want to alienate anybody. But as a child, I'd walk around eating. You're welcome for the fun. I look forward to seeing all of you again. So I'm gonna just, if you would be willing, just place your hands on your hearts and let's just have this moment of silence. And then I'll end it with a blessing for everybody here. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and put the world in your mind right now. All the people of the world. People you like, people who are close to you, people you've never met. It's times like this that we really realize that we are one people. We have more in common with each other than we don't have in common. We all need fresh air to breathe, and we all need food to eat, and we all need our health. So right now, we just pray for safety for all people. We pray for the workers that are working so hard right now to bring us food and all the essentials we need. We lift up the medical professional people who are exposed daily and are working the front lines on this war. And we lift all of them up right now. We pray for protection, for peace, for grace. We pray that they'll have support with people around them that will be able to pitch in and maybe drop off groceries that will be flattened, and that there will be medical beds, respirators, oxygen for all who need it. We pray a special protection over the nursing homes and all those places where all the old people are together, because people still have to come and go to take care of them. And we pray that you would keep them all safe, all these people on the front lines. And we pray for all of us and our anxiety. We just ask that peace and a spirit of joy and a spirit of love would come upon us right now. Help us feel that peace in our hearts and help us feel that love for common, for everybody, for everybody. Help us feel that love because we're all in this together. And I just pray that you will bless all of us with new ideas, with new creative ideas, inspirations, ways that we can shine during this time of darkness, and bless all of those that we come in contact with, even if it's just digitally. Keep us safe, keep us healthy, and keep us calm. Amen. Okay. Yeah, it's very humbling. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Well, guys, we're all in this together and we certainly can't do it. We have no power over this. You're welcome. We need each other, and we need to pray. We really need to pray. So I feel better. I hope you all feel better. And I will see you tomorrow sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Bless you all. Have a good night. Take it easy. Bye, guys. Good. I'm glad you feel better. Bye, guys.